welcome to a very special reading. We know that we have been receiving messages on how the masculine and feminine are connected. How the masculine is helping the feminine to expand what we are seeking. The knowledge within the unknown, within the mystery, within the dark. And then how we're going to apply that sunlight to what is seen through seeking and expanding. And this has to do with the building of New Earth. This has to do with the Fibonacci sequence and spiral, as we're going to keep spiraling out. And at the center of this spiral is a message. Today's reading is dedicated to the curse. The essence. The curse refers to the limiting stories of our ancestors and the karma from former lifetimes that preordains the events of our lives. It is the source of negative patterns and can show up as disease, destructive forces, or blockages in our creative energy. This curse holds us hostage to a false story that we confuse for reality. Recognizing the original wound that is playing out in our life can heal it. The invitation. It is time to recognize the source of your limitations. Did your grandparents live with a mindset of scarcity? Did you inherit genes for heart disease? Were you a slave or a master in a past life? This karmic legacy is ready and waiting to be seen, to be untangled and to be released. Honor the players and their stories. Forgive everyone and everything. Craft a new life course for yourself. That's key. This is how we're being invited to shift. Here it is right here. It's the invitation. And that invitation is connected to our new patterning. That's the change right there. That's healing. That's going from old self to new self through our truth. The medicine. Be aware of your actions. Act with impeccable intention so as not to create a debt or karma that sooner rather than later someone has to pay. What you do to others, you also do to yourself and to the people you love the most. Now you have the opportunity to clean it up. Now we have the opportunity to clean it up. And that is the symbolism for the scarab beetle. And the scarab beetle, the message of that is to move your dung out of the way. Move your shit out of the way. Use your dung for fuel. Use that shit for fuel. Literally. When we hurt others, we hurt ourselves. And we're just continuing to have more karmic debts to pay them off. That seems like very counterproductive. But this, more than anything, is about not being afraid of our truth. You know, it's there. It's there. Don't say anything. Be perfect. Look perfect. Act perfect. And you know, our loved ones, our parents, our family members, you know, they all want everything to look positive, to look a certain way so that we feel safe. But that's not the truth. That's not building off the truth. And it allows us to be trapped to our truth and to just stay in our sickness. We're just staying in our sickness if we're not allowed to own our truth, if we're not allowed to heal from our truth, if we're not allowed to shapeshift from our truth, if we're not allowed to build from our truth. And then all it does is create more templates of passing on the illusion for others to build off of. And then before you know it, there's what we've done here within the matrix. We've just built off of these illusions because everyone is too afraid of truth, of shame, of, you know, what will people think? Oh no, our family has to look perfect. Our family has to be this cookie cutter family. But that's not life. That's not real. That's artificial intelligence. That's artificial intelligence right there. That's the matrix. What's real? What's real is what it is. What's real is we're all unique. We're all different. And the universe is constantly reflecting this back to us all the time, every day. And you even want to see the ones closest to us, the animals. Watch them for a little while. They're all unique, yet they're all working together. They're all unique, all working together, all working as one through their instincts. Then they apply the knowledge. We can apply that much more knowledge. And that gives us choice. That gives us power. We can't be afraid of our truths. And I mean, I know this isn't easy, guys. I have been here. I've done this. And being truthful to my family was hard. Being truthful to others was, wow, like, and just like the feelings of shame, the feelings of what will people think of me. Like, I remember just like owning my truth and rocking my truth when I was getting used to this part of healing. And I would go home and just like have complete anxiety attacks and break down and be like, oh my God, that person just thought that of me. I can't believe I just said that. It just came out. But after having practice with it, after seeing what happened afterwards, after like, I felt relieved. And then it was how everything shape-shifted afterwards. Like, I had faced my truth. I had done the scariest thing ever possible could. But what really gave me fuel to my fire on my path was my father passing away. And when my father was passing away, during that process, it was like everything that I thought I was afraid of, I wasn't afraid of anymore. I was just ripped. I was just raw and open. And all those things that I thought were feared, they weren't feared to me anymore. And we don't want to stick. That's stuck and sick in one word, guys. We don't want to be stuck and sick. We don't want to, how many people just live like this till they pass over? And then they have to carry that burden within them. And that becomes toxic. That it's not cleansed. The curse is not cleansed. That energy within us becomes toxic. And if that energy breeds, it can kill us. That energy is just like going and down in any other toxic substance. We know there's toxicities for our body. We know there's toxicities for our mind. And we know there's toxicities for our soul. And there's toxicity for all three. We heal from it. We are magical beings that can heal through this stuff. And we can heal through this stuff in so many ways other than just medicine and going to the doctor in the way we've been led to believe. Going to the doctor is beneficial. Taking medicine is beneficial. It is a vibration. But then there are all these other healing vibrations that you can use at the same time. And why wouldn't you use more than one? It always baffles me that as humans, we always just think one thing is the answer. There's always one thing going on in the universe. There's always one answer to the equation. But there isn't. There's many vibrations, and that's how we are multidimensional. Many vibrations we can use within healing. Now, this is a prime example. You can go out and you can do all the running you want to do. You're going to get in shape, so you're going to start running. But you're not going to see beneficial results unless you are eating healthy, unless you're getting enough sleep. Are you, like, how are you running? Are you taking care of yourself? It's all the vibrations that we use. Are you listening to good music when you run? That can amp up your run. That can amp up your workout. What you're eating before, what you're eating after. It's all the variables within the equation that make up the answer. It's the variables. And there are many, quite often all the time, and we raise them up and we use them all. And it's time for us to not feel the shame of our truths. I remember even looking at my parents. Well, my father, not my dad officially, but my mom, and telling her I was a twin flame. My mom and telling her my story, just bearing my soul to my family, and my family looking at me like, well, it was hard because at first they didn't know how to take it because I had been one way for so long and now I was another. And they had to process that too, and I had to allow that. But I fought for this. I fought for this curse to be lifted. And now I'm free, and now I can rock my truth like it's no one else's business, baby. And I love the truth. If anything, I feel like now I feed off of it. It's pure. It's true. And it allows you to see what life really is. And it also allows then others to come forth with their truth. And then you hear that your truth is, you know, you're not weird. Everyone's got their truth. And we're all weird. We're all unique. Okay? Now, I know that La Luna has a message for us. And you know what's funny? I didn't grab the book. But I want to get the message. Then I'm going to go grab the book. I'm such a jerk. Okay. Well, I guess I was meant to grab the book because I was told to grab this deck of cards, and we're going to get a shuffle and see what it has to say, because it's going to be connected to this. But at first I want to share channeled messages, guys, very quickly. Alrighty. They've shared with me the curse. It's connected to the devil. Healing from our separateness, our sickness, what is stagnant. Our karmic loops. And this is our balancing of our karmic scales. This leads us forth to the Ace of Cups. And this is connected to coming back to self, coming back to one. Connecting from the heavens to the earth through us, through body, mind, soul, masculine, feminine, child, of course. It equates to love, and it's divine love. And they've very much showed me this is divine love, and this is cultivating a relationship with a divine soul. If anyone ever hurts you, ever again, as we're healing from this, there's always going to be the love from the divine, and it's never going to go away. The King of Swords is connected to the Ace of Cups, and that is connected to the truth and the balance of our truth through our emotional imprints. So we're healing our emotional imprints. So if you've got emotional wounds or an emotional imprint, we're clearing that out right now through healing from the curse. That's connected to the Fool. And the Fool gives us a fresh approach, new patterning, our patterning. Three of Swords, because this goes back to now we've gone in a loop, what we're healing from. So the Three of Swords being connected to the devil, going within creating a circle. We are creating within the void. This is the release to heal from our pain. And that is freedom. This equates to freedom. This taught us something. It was part of what needs to be reflected back to us in order to create here. And they shared with me that the Ace of Cups is symbolism for the macrocosm to the microcosm. And we are shifting from the Three of Swords to the Four of Wands. And that's being represented right now by New Earth and the balance and stability in order to build it. And this all is connected to the Nine of Pentacles, the strength to continue to create high vibe patterns with spirit. And they've shown me that the curse is connected to certain cards: the Blade, the Andean Cross, Pachama, the Owl, and Earth. And I hope I said that right, because they just gave them to me in quick flashes. And the Earth is connected to the Three of Wands, the World, and the Six of Cups. Three of Wands. We're manifesting after our grand change, after connecting to the dark and the light, and seeing our shadows, and manifesting from the curse, because the curse is connected to the shadows. We expand with the energy of the world because we've lifted this, and it's connected to, of course, the Six of Cups, which is the purification of our soul. Okay, now, which would make complete sense, right, guys? Purification of our soul, the curse, we're lifting the curse, right? Now, let's see what these cards, they wanted to say. Okay, and this, the Emperor, and we know that the Emperor is expanding what we are seeking. And the Emperor is connected to strength, and the High Priestess. Ooh. Get over here. And that is all to do with the Six of Pentacles, and there's the creation of our new patterning. We've shifted patterning from negative, that's connected to the curse, karmic loops, to more positive pattern, the patterning of the positive charge, that's connected to us, that's connected to life, that's connected to expansion, which of course is going to be why it's connected to the Emperor. And this is about the Eight of Wands, and we're working. Now we are both creating stability of the light. So this is the masculine creating stability of the light for New Earth, and the feminine creating stability of life for New Earth through connection, gratitude, and patterning, connecting with our soul tribe members. This is connected to the Nine of Wands, so that's what they're showing me. And we're manifesting it here with the Queen of Coins. All right, let's get our message. This is connected to how we're going to transform from old Earth to new Earth. The building of it. And the association is with the Archangel Michael. And the Archangel Michael, of course, is to helping us to defeat the devil. Connected to the sun, and that's connected to the Emperor. This is fire, the masculine. Now this man that is depicted within here is King Rene. He could definitely be regarded as a significant motivation behind the Renaissance movement, as his many Italian possessions would attest to. He spent some years in Italy at the estates, ruling, and through them established a relationship with the patrons of the Renaissance. This happened in Florence. There is good reason to determine it was Rene's inspiration which impelled embarking on ambitions and groundbreaking projects that were fated to transform Western civilization. During Rene's tenure in Italy, he founded Europe's first public archive, the Library of San Marco, defying the church's long-held monopoly on education. And there it is. We were gifted the knowledge. We were allowed access to the knowledge, and that's the time we're in. We are being gifted divine knowledge. We are being allowed access to this knowledge again, you guys. Like, this is really big. For a long time, this knowledge was taken from us. In many ways, libraries were burned down. People were killed for knowledge. But now we're living in a time where we are having access to this knowledge, and we're being allowed to apply it and use it. This is beautiful. And it's in order to revolutionize the world, to shapeshift things, to change, to actually allow the expansion with the Emperor, with the Sun, with the Creator, with the fire energies, and it's through divine knowledge. And when we apply it, that's the big change. This is beautiful. Thank you. I'm so glad I listened and grabbed that deck. Now, I really feel called to let the rest of this deck speak, to lay out a path, and then La Luna is going to give us the message, because this deck is like, I have to just tell this energy to just chill out. Wait a minute. I'm excited to see what La Luna has to say about lifting this curse and working with it. And this number 14, it's connected to our spheres of knowledge and applying the spheres of knowledge in the unknown. Alrighty. The Rainmaker. We're going to make it rain around here. And there's our connection to the child. And the child is connected to the wild woman. And this has to do with creating flow in the middle worlds. That's what we're doing right now. That's why this has to do with the earth and what we're grounding. I knew there was one more card. The Council. The Council of Light. Number 11. And here's where we're entering the Sweat Lodge. We're entering in order to lift the curse. And this curse, we're lifting it because this is all about our soul retrieval. And what we're seeing with the energy of the seer. This is all about seeking the knowledge in the unknown and seeing it. Connection to the divine. We're taming the wind. There's definitely a direct message in here because through the child, as we were looking here. Okay, we've got the Rainmaker with the child and the wild woman. This is what's happening. This is helping us to lift the curse. And what ends up happening through this process is we end up here. So we're going to go from here to here. And it's connected to our divine blueprint within life, the tree of life, and the journey. The journey that we are on in order to heal and transform and create a new earth. And it has to do with the serpent energy and transforming. This is where we transform from the serpent to the eagle through spirit. This is our soul's expansion into luminous warriors. And as luminous warriors, we will go forth and we're going to heal with the energy of the mystical shaman. And that's why we need to be seeing what we are seeking. And right now it's connected to the owl and Pachamama. That's the right one. That's what they're showing me. And that's connected to the blade. We are completing here with the medicine wheel, and there is the wheel. The eagle. We have completion. We're healing from the serpent to the eagle through the medicine wheel. And we need medicine right now because we're healing from the curse. And now there's the eagle. And we go from the eagle to the rainbow. That's our transformation right now. Through the divine. Through lifting the curse. Here's the message. The Rainmaker is the master of manifestation, who can call on the elements of nature to serve the greater good. When the power to co-create is used with integrity, great beauty and benefit flow to all. When this power is used for only personal gain, everyone suffers. When the earth is parched, the Rainmaker calls to the waters from the heavens, and that is dormant, and all that is dormant in the fields and in people's hearts springs to life again. And that's the gift we're being given. And this is all about creating something new through the elements. So we're creating something from the existing, but we're creating it anew. So we're expanding with that Fibonacci sequence. And it's, you know, we're using all the elements. And that's why it's like, you know, we're not looking at like the signs and being like, oh, fire signs, they're all bad, or water signs, they're all wreaking havoc, or earth signs, wow, they sure need to catch up. They don't know what they're doing. There is gifts in all of the signs, in all of the elements. We're using them all together. We're shapeshifters. We're mastering ourselves. This is not, we're not pointing fingers. We're not separating ourselves again. That stuff's really, it's lost its appeal. This is New Earth. This is all about being mirrored back to us what we need to see. And we need to see something through the child. And that's why the child is here. So this is acknowledging the inner child and what the inner child has to speak to speak to you from within. And it's connected to taming the wind. And it's happening through the owl. This is what they've shown me. And the owl is connected to Pachamama.
Hello. Hello, Mom.
Hello, boo-boo. The essence. Here, the feather, a symbol that is used in clearing ceremonies for smudging, reminds you of your sacred commitment you make to your life. This is the symbol of consciously bringing the spiritual into the material, infusing the world with reverence and acknowledgement of the higher planes of existence that influence and animate all of life. I like that, animate all of life. That's true. The feather is a symbolic reminder of deliberately entering into a partnership with the Great Spirit to co-create for the highest good of all. And why am I getting a little chuckle off that? You know, guys, as I've discussed here many times, I don't study all this. That's not my gift. That's not how I'm called to do things. I receive the cards I get the cards I'm called to get. I receive them here in real time. Many times I'm getting the messages just along with you guys. This is how I believe. This is part of my path in believing in order to share that here with you, and part of my gift and my relationship with the divine. And now here I'm receiving a message from even when I first started off this journey. I'll never forget all the feathers. And like that was freaking me out, along with the sun and the moon speaking with me. All of a sudden the feathers, there was, and different colors, and just at the most off the wall times. And there's no such thing as coincidences. When the universe starts speaking with you and you're co-creating and you're woke, it's in your face so much of the time. And I guess now I'm really understanding. I was entering a relationship with spirit for the highest good of all, and now I am in a relationship with spirit and creating with the highest good of all in mind at all times. And this is being able to do that. This is being able to hold that vibration and that charge within you. And it's not an easy job. But once you do it, it is the stability of the light. It is your backbone. It is the wind within your sails, literally. And it is steering your ship. And your ship is strong because you have the energy of the divine running through you. But it's through surrender. It's through work. It's through integrity. It's through creating with the generous charge and the greater good in mind and for the collective and the 7 generations plus, and like thinking with that bird's eye view and being like, yes, you know, every decision I'm making, I'm expanding it and having everyone in mind because we're all connected. It's that type of thinking, but it's that type of thinking that's going to revolutionize the world and build the golden ages. And it's feeding into the collective for others to feed from. All of this patterning, all of this work we are doing. It is important. We matter. You matter. This matters. What we came here to do matters. All this freaking, you know, going, I gotta get this freaking $900 pair of sunglasses. Ooh, look at my Gucci. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Yeah, that feels good. And I'm not making fun. I'm playing with humor. It's vibration, right? But, you know, that at the end of the day, it's not what's filling the cup. I created with integrity of the light today. I thought about everyone. I thought about Mother Earth. I didn't throw my garbage on the lawn. I put it in the trash. I was thoughtful. I recycled. I put my recyclables where they needed to be. Oh, I was kind to that person. I was allowing them to be heard. And like, that's what this energy is connected to. This is allowing others to be heard, being a good listener and hearing their side and understanding their perception has value. Because guess what? Their perception equates to the truth too. Even if you don't see eye to eye on their perception and they've wronged you, still their perception is part of the truth. It still may need to be cleansed. It still, you know, it needs to be balanced with the karmic scales. But their perception is still equates to, it still is part of the equation. And there's still value in others' perceptions, even if we don't agree with them. What we don't resonate allows us to see what is a part of our universe, what we agree and what we don't agree with. You know, this just brings me back to, like, you know, somebody was commenting about Abraham Hicks, and Abraham Hicks has some saying, if you recognize a flaw within someone, it's not their own. And she was basically saying it's yours. But I don't necessarily agree with that, because that's not how we learn. We learn in a multitude of ways. We're multidimensional. So we could recognize a flaw or a pattern within a situation because it's within us, or because we've actually experienced it through someone else's pattern. So if we experience that through someone else's pattern, we can see it reflected. We can feel that experience, but it's not ours. We're feeling someone else's pattern, and we can go off and create with that pattern, but it's not ours. And that's what lifting the curse is, wherever this freaking curse card is. Lifting the curse is removing other people's patterning from your own, rocking your truth and rocking your shine, and then even rocking your own patterning and lifting whatever you need to, you know, lift from your own patterning in order to manifest and receive your divine inheritance and this great life. And it's about self. And this is all about doing the things we need to do to clear our energy, being present, becoming more conscious of how we communicate, writing in a journal, doing ceremonies in a sacred space, writing about our dreams, writing about our desires. And that, you know, we've talked about our, like, moon intentions book, our wishes book, you know, journaling here, scrying in order to see. That's part of the seer energy, wherever that guy is. That's using this energy. And it's connected to the rainbow. And now we're going there. You know what? We're going there. Yeah, flip straight to the page for sure. The seer represents the capacity to reach beyond the obvious details of life into the hidden realms where information is available to those with the discernment to perceive it. This symbol represents psychic perception, intuition, and the capacity to know something without prior exposure. The seer knows truth, always seeks the truth beyond all else, and that's key, the truth beyond all else, and sees reality as it truly is without judgment. It is what it is. We don't have to judge. We can apply our knowledge. We can understand why it is. We can break apart the experience of it. It is what it is. We're going to remove that emotional charge. We're just going to look at it for what it is. The seer can read between the lines and understand what is not being said. He represents the power of clarity and being able to recognize patterns. Now we must recognize patterns. So is this pattern within us? Is this pattern been passed down to us through our family lineage? Did we have a traumatic experience and then that pattern was created through that traumatic experience? Because that's where we begin healing and shifting the patterns. And that's why it's connected to the card we just discussed. Because taming the wind there. This is all about recognizing symbols and connected to symbolism. And now we are using symbolism in order to see. And this is about following our hunches. Inviting us to move forward. When we feel lost, it is your hunch. Now, is your hunch taking you in circles or even through a maze? But the hidden realms don't follow the rules of a two-dimensional map. Trust your gut and allow your perception of your circumstances to widen, to include nuances and subtle cues that you normally miss if you take things at face value. The seer has gifted you with his magic. You are exactly where you're supposed to be. Your vision is clear. Your vision is clear. The seer has arrived now to challenge you to get out of denial and begin telling yourself the truth about your situation. Wishful thinking will not make what you desire happen when you're refusing to see things as they are. The truth may hurt, but it will set you free to claim the bounty that is waiting for you to notice it. This is a moment of true power. The seer offers you his medicine. When you are ready, surrender your vision to spirit and ask to be shown the truth no matter at what price. Once you do, your eyes will open and you will receive a powerful gift. And this is true because we can continue to keep building our lives off of comfortable lies. And we're never going to change things. But the second that we build our lives off the truth, everything changes. And it's not as scary as we think that it is. It's freeing. You're not trapping all that energy within you, within the curse, making you sick, holding that within. You're freeing it and allowing it without. And you heal from it and you expand. And you really are self at this point. Like, this is coming back to self. This is coming back to one. This is coming back to love. Why would you want to hold all of that within you and just let it destroy you when you can heal from it and you can create anew? And we can, use this magical wonder and heal. And it's connected to our instincts. And this is using our instincts in order to heal with and allowing our instincts to be part of us. Our instincts are connected to our gut. What's instinctual? It's not a hunch. This is instinct. This is instinct. It's raw. It's real. It's connected to the sixth sense, intuition. And this is connected to our intuition right here. We're going to receive this message and we're going to move on. Owl is the master of the night. She can see situations with perfect clarity, more so when it's dark, and is able to discern truth when others are sightless. She helps you find your light and your lightness in the darkest moments of your life, and to embrace the night as your ally. Owl can bring you messages from the invisible world. She opens your ears so that you may hear the voices of the ancestors, and you may acquire their wisdom and make it your own. And this is part of, too, when we start owning our truth, like feeling that. Like, there's sleeping people or people that are living off of lies and illusions, and it's causing shadow energies and harm. But you're not a part of that anymore, so you're over here, and you've raised your vibration, and those people over there, yeah, you may think, oh, this is going to affect me, it's going to take me down, but no, it's not. You're raising your vibration, you're keeping your boundaries strong, you're creating with integrity of the light, you have the dolphin energy. You're over here and you need to find strength and power within that. Nobody owns us. We are connected to the divine. This is about being free. This is about being free to expand and free to create and free of self, free of unconditional love, free of doing what's right, being allowed to do what's right, expanding off the truth. The whole truth and nothing but the truth. So help us, great divine. All right, let's move on.